Hey, aloha kako. Oi, my peeps. My peeps, my peeps, my peeps. Okay, so you know what? I've touched on the topic of division a couple times. There's a place for it. We're not going to go into that, but I'll tell you what, man. In a bad way, it sure is serving its purpose. Okay, what's something that has this country divided right now in a pretty mean way? This agenda that's being perpetuated by the LGBTQT community to sexualize our children, to separate them from their parents. You know, they're kind of like they're trying to. It's like lions, predators. They try to separate a calf from their mom and dad so they can't protect it, or the mom, whatever. That's what's going on. Now, what's amazing is the fact that the fucking freaky, sick, twisted, perverted, fucking pedophile members of this community are the tiniest. They are a fraction. They represent like 1.2% of the LGBTQ community. They don't represent them. And I'll tell you what, I'd bet my last dollar that if you polled 100 lesbian, gay, bisexual, whatever, transsexual, if you polled 100 of those people, the normal, mellow ones that just live their life, that just want to live their life unbothered, you know, if you poll those guys, I'm sure the majority of them would say, dude, we do not agree with this shit. We don't agree with it. That's not what we stand for. Okay, well then why the fuck aren't the normal ones putting these fucking freaks in check? They have to be regulated from within. It's like, you know, you got a fucking bad apple in the bunch. All the other good apples go, get this fucking dude out of here. He's spoiling everything for us. Okay, so, you know, and sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Well, these are desperate times, man, because this group, we'll just call them a fraction of this group or faction, whatever. Bro, they are getting nuts. They're shooting up schools. They're threatening to bomb places. Yet the heterosexuals and the parents and shit that don't agree with this, they're being called the terrorists because we're not including them. Okay, let's just switch gears for a second. Drag queen. A drag queen for 60 years has been a man who dressed up to look as much like a beautiful, attractive woman as he possibly could. Okay, these fuckers with the 8 different colors of hair and the crazy makeup and the shit. That's not a drag queen. That's a fucking sick, twisted fucking freak. That's not a drag queen. Okay? Now, real drag queens, ask RuPaul, who's been around forever. Ask him what he thinks of these freaks and bullshit that they're doing. Again, I would be surprised if I was wrong, but I'd say no. That shit ain't cool, man. That shit is not cool. So something has got to happen. Okay, and if it becomes violent towards these fucking freaks, who's to blame? It's the dude who goes and kicks the fuck out of one of them for trying to do something to one of his kids. He's not to blame. He's protecting his kid. The blame falls 100% at the feet of the fuckers doing it, and then some of the blame, a little bit, has got to fall at the feet of those who are allowing it to happen. Again, the lack of self-regulation, you know, the lack of inter-community regulation policing. The cool ones, you know, and some of these cool ones, they say, hey, you know, it'd be kind of cool if we were accepted, but a lot of these people aren't. You have to respect us. You have to acknowledge our fucking delusion, you know. Those are the ones that are drawing heat to themselves, and they're actually drawing heat to the normal ones. Now, again, I say normal. If that's not the right term, forgive me. It's just for lack of a better term. You know, the cool ones, the normal ones, the mellow ones, the ones that just want to live their life unbothered. You know, it's probably far less important to them that they're accepted than it is for them just to not be fucked with. Dude, I like to wear a dress. I think of myself as a woman. Leave me the fuck alone. Dude, live your life. I don't care. Live your life. Like I said, I got a member of my family who wears a dress. I've got gay guys in my family and gay women in my family. You know, but I'm telling you what, this shit is, I almost think, man, was it orchestrated? Is the government trying to egg these guys on to create division? You know? Because what division does, it distracts. You know? Division distracts. Get these two guys fighting about this shit over here, and we can be over here doing what we want. You know, unbothered. But I tell you what, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And if you don't think it's going to get increasingly violent, then you're just fucking stupid, because it's going to get increasingly violent. Bro, the fucking tranny fucked it. Shot up that school. It was so nice to see that fucker eat lead. Too bad it wasn't like 10 minutes before. I got no pity for him. I got no pity. Do it. You killed a kid, bro. Too bad they just didn't shoot you in your leg and your knee and your foot and your elbow and your wrist. You know, too bad they didn't make you suffer. Couple to the fucking head, that's way too quick, way too painless, and way too easy. You know? But it's gonna get worse, and it's gonna get scary. And you know what oh good God, if I find out, I'm right across the street from my school, my kid's school right now, and if I find out that any of this fucking transgendered bullshit is being taught to my kid, brother, it's not gonna go well. You know, I want to yank her out of public school. You know, but this is where all her friends are, you know. I could homeschool her way better and teach her real shit. No indoctrination bullshit. You know, she ain't gonna learn about how Columbus discovered America. You know, but, you know, and then there's Trump. Here's my question. What's it gonna take for the Trump haters to finally just admit that all the collusion bullshit, everything, all these charges brought against him were bullshit? What happened to that indictment about the fucking hush money and that fucking New York district attorney or whatever? That seems to just disappear from the news. The desperation that these people are experiencing is just funny. You know, desperate times call for desperate measures. But here's another question, and I've yet to get an answer for this. Okay, when Trump's reelected and shit is back to normal, it's back to good. I mean, it ain't gonna happen overnight, but it's gonna happen. Do the Trump haters, will they consider themselves deserving of cheap gas and cheap food and, you know, a secure border? Would they consider themselves worthy of that? Deserving? I sure as fuck don't. Fuck them. Let them pay $6 a gallon of gas and fuck everything. Let them continue to suffer like everybody else is right now because of the Biden administration. And the fact that some of them still think, oh, he's doing a great job. Brah, those people are just fucking mental. I don't think it's a sense of cognitive dissonance, because cognitive dissonance is when your core belief in something is so strong that the truth just disrupts it to a point that's just, they can't. Their heads just fucking pop. You know, this is just a matter of pride and ego. They're just too embarrassed to admit the fact you got snowed, you got brainwashed. You know, that's all it is. But it's understandable, because nobody wants to admit they got snowed. You know, nobody wants to admit they got suckered in something, you know. But here's the thing. Okay, I may have touched on this before, but if a Trump hater came to me and said, "Okay, Sheldon, you know what, man? Fuck, you were right. You were right all along. Blah blah blah." Am I going to waste a minute rubbing his face in it? No. That serves no purpose. Complete waste of my time. I would simply tell him, "Okay, brah, no shame. You got fooled. You got suckered. It's happened to everybody. Deal with it. Forget about it. Move on. Learn from it. You know." And if he wants to learn more about Trump, I'd say, "Okay, bro, let's just take this, baby steps. I don't want to bombard you with a bunch of shit. It's just, baby steps." And I honestly believe that when Trump is reelected, I don't think he's not going to go after with, out of spite and vengeance and pettiness. He's not going to go after his haters. But I'll tell you what, he's going to go after those who try to fuck him. Heads are going to roll. Gitmo is going to be fucking jumping. There's going to be a lot more hangings. There's going to be a lot of fuckers doing that drop, that twist and jerk, as did Hillary. A lot of people aren't aware of this, but dude, she did that drop, jerk, and twitch a long time ago. And the thing is, you know what? She went out like the fucking gangster thug that she is. She wasn't crying and whining or nothing. But she went to that gallows kicking and screaming, cussing, threatening everybody. "Fuck you, motherfuckers, I'll get you." To the very end. I think somebody said that the guy said she was sniveling a little bit at the very end when they put that rope around her neck, because then she knew, but she was not crying the whole time. She went out like a fucking gangster, until those 5 buttons were pushed. Because there's 5 buttons. It's much like a firing squad, There's 5 buttons got to be pushed before that door drops. And there's 5 people that each push a button. Nobody knows who did it, for whatever reason. And allegedly Trump was in attendance, which seems fitting. He should have been there. I hope he was, and I hope he looked her right in the eyes. I hope he was one of them pushing the button. I hope they told him, "Trump, that's the one. You push that one," so he could know he did it. He sent that bitch to hell. I hope that was the case. But I think to his haters, I don't think he'd be petty and spiteful. I think he'd say, "Okay, man, you guys got snowed. You got brainwashed. But you're still Americans. I still love you. You still deserve to live the good life of an American with all the freedoms, all the rights, everything." I just personally think he would do that. I don't think he's going to be spiteful. But again, bruh, there's going to be some people swinging. Let's start with those 50 agents that signed that letter. Let's start with them and then just go down the line. Pelosi, Schumer, Schiff. Can you imagine if those executions were televised? That would be fucking awesome. Pay-per-view? Fuck. But, like I've said a number of times, this next couple years, bro, until Trump's back in office, unless this shit that I've been reading about is legit, and there's a lot of stuff that makes me think, fuck, man, that lends some credibility to this claim, But I ain't gonna hold my breath. It'd be great if it all comes to pass, and he is reinstated a couple years ahead of time before he's elected again. But if not, if we got to do another couple years, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna get bad. But we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. I'm optimistic. I'm a realist. I'm not a pessimist. Not in any way, shape, or form am I a pessimist. I'm optimistic, but I'm also a realist. I don't think everything's going to be peaches and cream and lovey-dovey, la-di-da. No, man, it's going to be a shit show. It's going to be a fucking shit show. Or a continuation of Biden's shit show. Where the fuck's Hunter? He ain't heard a peep out of that guy or nothing from him. And you know what he's saying now? He's saying, "Okay, I was doing business with China, but you know what? As a private citizen, I have a right to, engage in business. Everything he said is just went from, there is no laptop. Okay, well, there's a laptop. Okay, well, there might be, but it was hacked. It's Russian information. Okay, it might not have been Russian information and blah, 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 but, you know how it was in the beginning. Oh, there's no China ties. There was nothing. Come on, man. You know who else had family members on that fucking Bursama or whatever the fucking Ukrainian Energy Corporation? They all did. Pelosi, Kerry, I think maybe even Romney, but they all had family members on that fucking company. Their board of directors. Jesus Christ, it's just, how much more evidence? How much more evidence do they need? And you hear, okay, there's going to be congressional fucking investigations, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be investigations of this. Fuck the investigations. Just put those fuckers in front of the military tribunal. It's a wrap. The whole thing's done in like fucking 2 weeks. It goes from the tribunal to the fucking gallows in like 2.5 weeks or something. No appeals, no nothing. Done. You get found guilty, you're fucking jerked. You get the fucking rope. That's what needs to be done. I swear to God, just put me in charge, man. Just put me in charge. Fuck. Give me 6 fucking months. Here comes my gremlin. Kidding, guys. Hey, man, it's almost Aloha Friday. I can't wait. I might have one of the days, Saturday or Sunday, to do nothing. God, I don't even know what to do. I don't sit around long, man. Or I don't do it well. I don't sit around well. I get antsy. Okay, then, guys, enjoy your day. Aloha, ahui ho. Love somebody. Call somebody. What the fuck? Brother, I just want to buy these kids a fucking belt. Dude. That's not even a kid. That's like a 45-year-old man, and his fucking pants are to his knees. To his fucking knees. I'd love to see that fucker try to run from a cop. That'd be classic. Okay then. Aloha, guys. Ahui ho. Hey, you want to say hi to Dirty? Dirty. Dirty. What's up? You fucking look. He looks like a little Chewbacca. He looks like an Ewok. Holly calls him a burnt baked potato. Get in. Aloha.